Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name's Dalia and I hope you guys are having an absolutely wonderful day. So as you can see behind me, I've done some pre-terraforming, like what is going on. So if you guys can see by the title of the video, we are making a hotel on my tropical resort inspired island of Driftwood. So I'm super excited for this build. Tons of planning and terraforming went into this build, so I'm so excited to share it with you all. So yeah, if you guys like today's video, please leave a like and a comment down below letting me know what you think of the video, and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'd love you to join the little community that we're growing here on YouTube. So I have tons of simple panels in my pocket. Have them kind of organized, sort of. So without further ado, I guess we can just get started with this build. I'm so excited. So for things we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the Island Designer app and we're gonna put down some of our custom codes. Despite the fact that I opened up my designer app, I will just quickly be using the custom designs thing in my phone because this is a lot quicker just to put down the simple panels. All of the custom designs that I use in this build will be listed in the description under the Google Doc that I've created for this island. Obviously, as I get more custom designs for this island, I will continue to add the custom designs as well as the creators if I'm able to find their social medias. So for this one, I'm just putting down a little deck kind of like at the entrance of the hotel, and like I said, I will be using my home, like my residence home, as the hotel. So all the interiors for this house will be like hotel inspired, so look forward to those videos in the future, which I'm super excited to build for you guys because I love doing interior builds. Interior decorating is a lot of fun on Animal Crossing, so I love doing that, as well as doing like exterior builds as well, like this one. So I was just kind of getting a feel of how big I wanted the deck to be, and then directly below it afterwards I'm going to be placing a the sand path. Not quite sure why I picked the sand path. I kind of want to use that across the island as much as possible. Obviously this is like a tropical resort inspired island, so between the fake sand path that I'm using is kind of like one of my pathings, like the path code for this island. I also want to use tons of those sand paths, like the in-game path, and I also really want to include it because I want to make sure that it shows up on my map. Because in my previous island, as I've mentioned before, I don't have a lot of pathing, like in-game pathing. So if you look at my map, it doesn't look like I've really used a lot of pathing at all, even though I've used tons of custom pathing, which unfortunately don't show up on your map when you just like look at the map from your phone. So yeah. So I'm just putting this down, and then I'll kind of go into detail about what I wanted to place here, but basically just think like outside of a hotel, like, or outside, like you're at a resort and you go to like the buildings, kind of like an idea like what would be outside those buildings, and then just like you'll get the idea of what I wanted to go with. And then I decided to go with the white plank ramp as my incline here. Let me know if you guys like it. I'm still undecided. It was going to be between this one and then the blue ramp, but I went with the white one because it goes with like the deck and everything. So yeah. So I used two different simple panel designs for this build. Primarily I used this yellow like window panel design, which honestly is the most perfect design for this build that I like couldn't possibly have imagined. When I found this code, I was like super excited. And like I said, if the creator code is available in the description along with the creator's social media as well. So I've decided to do this build in 4 levels, as in I will be using the 4th tier glitch. I will kind of show you guys how to do that. I've done this only one other time in a video when I made Marshall and Poppy's treehouse on my other island, and I'm not really good at using glitches on my islands. Like, I'm afraid to like screw up and not do them properly, but I managed to make this one work. And the reason I chose to do it is because I wanted to utilize like the height that comes with using the fourth glitch, because I wanted this hotel to appear like very large in scale. It's kind of hard to see just looking at the like hotel like close up, but you can kind of see the height that comes with using the fourth tier glitch. You'll see what I mean later on. I do unfortunately change some things off camera later on, because I chose to actually come back to this level that I'm on right now and put some palm trees, is because I wanted a little bit of palm trees somewhere in this build, like behind the house or around like the area surrounding the house. And unfortunately you can't plant palm trees on the fourth tier, only because you can't use custom designs on the fourth tier. The only things you can do on the fourth tier is plant trees and flowers like regular trees that don't require sand underneath them, and then you can place items down, but you can't use custom designs and like regular like pathing as well. So for this third level, I decided to put some simple panels as well as the loft beds, just to kind of give me that like top of a building look that the loft beds do. So I quickly just grabbed a couple more from my mailbox, because I always have things. I swear to God, does anyone else use their mailbox as like an extra area for storage? Because I do, not only on this island but my other island as well. So I just did that. I love using this little trick because it gives you like this illusion that there's like, I don't know, building bits behind it. I don't know, it's hard to explain. So here I am trying to attempt the fourth tier glitch, and it's really hard to do it sometimes. Like, it took me, I was trying to do this on camera, but it was taking way too long that I actually just stopped recording and did it off camera. Later on I will have to go back up there and you'll see me redo it, but I just kind of gave up at this point. I put the hedges here. I don't actually end up including them in the final build, simply because I make the top cliff as small as possible in the final build. It's only like two tiles long, I think. But each of the tiers on the hotel have like a different arrangement of the simple panels. So for the first one, I just have the yellow window ones, and then on the second tier I use one window and then this like white kind of door one, and then another window. And this one I'm doing 4 panels, and I'm doing, like, as you can see, 1 of the yellow and then 2 of the door and then 1 again. Basically I just wanted to give it like, you know, like kind of diversity, considering I'm only using 2 different types of panel designs. I wanted to be as creative with like their placement as possible. So as I said, I had to go back down to kind of just give myself more space to work with right here. So here I am trying the glitch again. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how to do this, I can do one, but honestly you can find tons of videos already on YouTube explaining how the fourth tier glitch works. Thankfully, as of like today, which is like almost the end of August, you can still do this glitch. They haven't patched it yet, but like we've had this glitch in the game for quite a long time. So not sure how long this glitch is gonna last, but as of right now it's still here. So I just quickly did some terraforming just to give myself a little bit of extra height. Please ignore all the flowers that are over there. My entire island is overrun with flowers. I have tons of like hybrids and they can be grown in, but I want to use them on this island, so I don't want to get rid of them. But anyway, so I just made this little cliff just so I can plant some palm trees. Like I said, I wanted to incorporate as many palm trees in this build as possible, but considering the majority of this build is like just basically has a lot of furniture, I just made these little extra spots just to put some palm trees. And then I realized I did not have any coconuts in my inventory, so I just quickly grabbed a couple there, and I did this off camera, but I also planted some palm trees on the right side of the build as well. And because I haven't done this in a while, here is your daily dose of serotonin. I found Pierce and Octavian taking a nap under a tree, and I had to film this for you guys, so please enjoy. Alright, so this is actually the next day in filming and everything. I just kind of needed a break because this was a pretty big build with all like the simple panels and everything. So I let the palm trees grow in a little bit, and then I went to decorating this area. So I placed some iron fencing, and I think I did this off camera, so I apologize, but I put tons of the Rover briefcases in front of the hotel on either side of the entrance, and this is meant to like imitate like a suitcase cart, like, you know, when you go to a hotel and there's like people who like will carry your luggage and suitcase around for you. So that's what that's supposed to imitate, and I'm not sure if I like it, but I think it looks pretty cute. And then for this area here, I put a pool, and then I just kind of wanted to make it kind of like a beach lounge area. So I put some of the festival parasols down to kind of like imitate beach umbrellas, and then I use some poolside beds, which I customized to the yellow color just to kind of go with the overall color theme that I have going on. And yeah, I'm just kind of fiddling around with this. It is a small area, so I wanted to include as much items as possible, but still make the beds accessible to lay down in, which is where I came across some issues, because it's like really hard to put items down and then still allow the characters or like the villagers to lay down in it. So I try to manipulate the items the best that I can, and thankfully I managed to make the areas overall work. And then I was putting down this pile of Zen cushions, and I decided I did not like the colorway that I had chosen. I felt like it was too light with the white colorway, so I was just quickly customizing that, and I decided to go with a slightly darker color, going with one of the custom designs we get in game. I go with this yellow one, which I think, you know, most of this build is yellow anyway, so I think it just matches perfectly. So I was just putting that down, and then yeah, just kind of fiddling with the items a little bit. So I've talked a lot in this video so far, so I will leave you guys for a few minutes. Just watch me kind of mess around with the furniture, and then I'll be back to talk to you guys shortly. So at this point I was finished putting down the items, so I decided to put a couple of weeds around the area. I could not get this weed to do any other form of weed than the grass one. Like, this was like 5 times in a row. Like, give me another weed version, thank you. Then I unfortunately had to move the items. I had just finally gotten like the perfect place just to put down one more weed. But you know, whatever you gotta do for decorating. I love using little shoes, and especially the wide brim straw hat in like beach builds, because they just look so cute. Like, it's like, oh, someone put their things down here. I don't know, I just think it looks super adorable. And at this point I was pretty much almost finished with the build. I decided to use this destination signpost, which I did like the white colorway for it. And this little area here that I don't decorate, that's between the 2 builds, is going to be kind of like a pathway that leads to the back of the area behind the little bar. So I left that blank for today. And then I use an anchor statue just to kind of like throw a little nautical item in there. Obviously this is like a tropical island. And then I was just finding a couple of areas to plant some shrubs, obviously using the red and yellow hibiscus ones. So we're almost finished with the build, so I will leave you guys just to listen to the music for the next couple of minutes, and then we'll check out the final build. Alright, I just quickly time traveled to let the shrubs and everything grow in, and I happened to land on a Sunday, which means it's fireworks day, so Isabel is hanging out in the plaza. So let's just quickly say goodbye to her. She has obviously tons of work to do to prepare for tonight, and we'll head off and check out the final product. I'm so excited. This looks so good, especially with all the flowers and everything grown in. Oh god, I'm so excited for this build. I think it turned out so amazingly. And you can still walk through everything, like it's still like walkable and everything. It's not too overcrowded. And like I said, you can sleep and sit down on all the poolside beds, and you can like sunbathe on there. I can't wait to get photos of my villagers. Hopefully I can catch some of them laying down there. Some wide angle shots of this area would look so good. I hope to get photos of this, like wide angled photos of it someday, because oh my gosh, it's gonna look so good. So that is everything for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm so in love with the way that this turned out. This was a huge build for me and something I've never really done before, so I am so happy with the final product. If you guys liked the video as well, please let me know what you think in the comments down below and by liking the video. And also don't hesitate to subscribe if you're new to my channel. I'd love to have you join the little community that we're growing here on YouTube. So that is everything for today. I hope you guys all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!